that I'm sharing about how to build gorgeous goals and how to achieve those larger than life goals. The first thing we spoke about was being visible. In the pursuit of our dreams and goals, it requires us to really show up and be seen. Secondly, we spoke about aligned authority, like not just any type of authority, but aligned authority, so that when we stand up in our authority and we aligned ourselves with others, we make sure that those people have similar values to what we have, but then our authority really speaks to who we are as experts, and we're able to showcase that. And so, those were the very first tips that we covered in our Gorgeous Goals Masterclass so far. And today, we're continuing our conversation, and our conversation today really focuses on how to build community. So, let's dive into today's training. Here's the thing, and let me know if this is true or not. Chances are you may have either now or some part of or some time in your life found yourself comfortable with your friendship circle. This is a friendship circle where perhaps you are doing all of the pouring in and no one is really refilling your bucket. So it means that you are the smartest or the sharpest or the most giving in your community. Now, these people may be supportive of you, or they may not be genuinely supportive of your needs. Perhaps they may be interested in learning and growing from you, but not necessarily giving back to you. Maybe you're also finding out that you want to meet new people with shared interests, but you're not exactly certain of how to do that. We all know that networking is important, but it's not, it doesn't feel good when it's like transactional or superficial. And so, how do we network with other people in authenticity and in a way that makes it feel good? It makes it feel as if it is a mutually beneficial relationship. Nothing robs you of your joy more than being involved in community or being involved in relationships where it's not mutually supportive or beneficial, where there are people who are takers and there are people who are givers. We want to be in relationships and in communities where there are give and take relationships happening. Erica, I see that. And I see, I got a story. And yes, I want to hear about that story. So let's talk then about building, building our gorgeous goals or achieving our gorgeous goals through community. I want to teach for a moment on the law of magnetism. I'm not certain whether you are aware, but I am a certified trainer, speaker, and coach with the John Maxwell team, certified to teach John Maxwell programs. And in the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, John Maxwell speaks to the law of magnetism. The law of magnetism essentially is who you are is who you will attract. And if you want to get a real sense of who you are as an individual, all you have to do is take a look at who you are associating yourself with. Whoever is in your inner circle, whoever you gravitate to, whenever you go out, you attract these same people. Whenever you go to a new job, you attract these same people. It is because who you are is who you are attracting. And it takes looking in the mirror to see those attributes in you and to acknowledge the fact that you're pulling into your own life people who are similar to you. That then means to attract better people, I want you to put it in the comments for me. What do you think you need to do? If the law of magnetism is who you are, is who you will attract, what then does that say to you about what you need to do to attract better people? And I'm going to give you a few minutes to type it in the comments because I know that you are super smart. So here's something else I want you to know because a lot of people may not even think about it. What happened, Erica? Say what? I'm not I'm not greedy and I'm not me and Erica. I can't with you today. Now here's the thing. The thing is that we can create our own magnetism. A lot of times I hear people talk about their living intentional lives. And Intentional has become such a cliche word. Like everybody's throwing it around. I'm being intentional. I'm being intentional. But are you really being intentional? Are you just saying that you are being intentional? Because we can create our own magnetism. And I want to give you 4 questions that you can consider to help you create the magnetism you need to get the community that you need. The first question is, what qualities are you looking for in a person that you will include in your inner circle? Oftentimes we meet people and we feel like we click and we're friends. And so, hey, that's going to be an inner circle member. Well, I'm here today to tell you an inner circle member is a spot that deserves somebody that is giving as much as they're taking, but it's also a spot that's reserved for people with integrity who have qualities that will help you become a better person and you will help them become a better person. In my last teaching on Tuesday, I taught about the law of the inner circle. If you missed it, I want to encourage you to go back and listen to the 5 things that John Maxwell states every inner circle member needs. So because you meet somebody, because you're a gel, because you're a click, because you get on, doesn't mean that that person has the qualifications to sit in your inner circle. So I want to challenge you to move beyond just surface friendships and just accepting anybody and calling them a part of your inner circle. There are some characteristics that people need to have to sit in your inner circle. So the first thing you want to know is what qualities you want in someone that will be in your inner circle. The second thing you want to ask yourself, if you're about to start a business, if you are in business, if you are looking to be promoted, the second question is, what are the qualities you're looking for in business relationships? Not everyone is qualified to be up in your business. When you are building your business, there are people with certain qualities. I want integrity. I want honesty. I want people that will do what they say. I want people that respect their brand. I want people that carry themselves well, because when we connect with those people, whoever they are is who people think we are. So when you're looking at building relationships, what are the qualities that you need to make sure that your brand isn't weakened? The third thing is, when it comes to those personal relationships, who do you need? What are the qualities that you need for people who are close to you? I will tell you this. I trust very few people with my pain. I trust very few people to share my challenges with, because those personal relationships have to be proven and they have to be people that I trust. It has to be someone that I know isn't going to broadcast my despair, isn't going to broadcast my disappointment. Because as much as I am a superhero, I am human. And so in my humanity, I need inner circle people who will cover me, who will protect me. And so those personal relationships require certain characteristics. So as you are looking to build those personal relationships, what are the qualities are you looking for? And then we're going to take this just a little bit deeper. Why do you desire those qualities? When I think about brand alignment, I want people who have integrity. I want people who honor their word. I want people who deliver more value than they say that they will. I want people who are going to show up when they say that they are going to show up. I want people who are going to push just as hard as me. Why do I want that? Because I want both of us to be successful, or 3 of us to be successful. But more importantly than that, I believe in what the Bible says, that when 2 are together or when 3 are together, more can be achieved, but it has to be in alignment. So we can create our own magnetism. There are a couple of things that I want to encourage you to do as it relates to building your magnetism. The first thing I want to encourage you to do, because I gave you those 4 questions to ponder. The first thing is to establish your vision statement. Too many of us are living random lives. Like, too many of us are waking up every day and doing the same routine over and over and over again. And it's not leading us in any direction. Wherever we end up, we end up. And usually when I teach this, I talk about the fact that when Jesus was born, he was in a manger, and there were 3 wise men who were sent to take gifts to him. And as you think about how they found Jesus, if you are a believer and you know the story, you know that they followed a star. The star was the vision that they followed. They followed that step by step until they get to the place that Jesus was to give him those gifts of myrrh and gold and frankincense. And so we too require a vision. That vision is our guiding light. At the end of your life, what would you have wanted to accomplish? That's a part of your vision. What is the legacy that you want to leave in your children? What's the legacy that you want to leave in the organizations that you work in? Those are all a part of your vision statement for your life. And every day that you get up, your task is to bring that vision statement to life. So identify your vision for living. Secondly, I want you to encourage your mission, to find your mission. What's your mission? When people ask me what I do, honestly, sometimes I am like perplexed at what I'm going to tell them. But at the end of the day, I know that my mission is to help other people. I help young people come into who they were born to be, building self esteem, self value, character, leadership skills. I help women who've gone through domestic abuse or brokenness in relationships learn how to heal that and come on the other side of that, rebuild their lives, rebuild themselves, and become deeply rooted in who they are. I help business organizations create employee manuals that are humane. I teach in the corporate world, customer service, leadership, all sorts of training designed to help people become the best versions of themselves. And so my mission on earth is to help other people become or step into the fullness of all that they were born to be. And so, Siobhan, you can see these hands are moving, right? And so you have to determine your vision in life. Your vision and your mission must then sync with your core values. And I know that this is a deep conversation. We don't have time to go into all of it tonight. I just want to whet your appetite and help you understand that to create your own magnetism, you have to know your values, have a vision statement, have a mission statement, and have the characteristics that you want to be known for, and then live up to that. Once you have those things now, you can look for people who are in harmony with you. And I want to stop right here for a second and tell you that everyone isn't going to be for you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with people not being for you. We're not called for everyone. I mean, if you're a believer and you're watching this, Jesus came to save all of us, and they rejected him. They beat him. They caused him carry his own cross, nail him to the cross, put thorns on his head, and he came for all of us. People are not going to accept us, and that is okay. We have to be okay, understanding that we are not people's cup of tea. And so once you have that level of freedom, you are now able to look for people who are your people. Find people who believe what you believe, but think different thoughts. Write that down, please. You want to find people who believe what you believe, but think different thoughts. You don't want mini me's. You don't want people to kiss your butt. You don't want people to just come behind you and everything is yes, yes, yes. They're not going to help you grow. You want people who are going to hold you accountable. So find people who believe what you believe, but think differently. That's the law of magnetism. And to create community, we have to begin with ourselves. Earlier, I saw Shavanya in our comments state something. And I want to ask you to look at Corinthians 1, 1 Corinthians 15 and 33, because it says, don't be misled. Bad company corrupts good character. And so, who are you spending your time with? Are you spending time with people who elevate and inspire you to expand and achieve your dreams? Or are you spending time with people who are draining you, pulling from you, distracting you, trying to take everything that you have, not paying attention to how they can work along with you to build community in collaboration? Look at who you are spending your time to or time with, and look at the things that you do when you are with those people. Then I want you to consider what mentor or expert, advisor, or consultant you can lean on for support so that you can evolve. One of the greatest ways of building community is to tap into people who are years ahead of you. We can learn so much from people who have already journeyed. We can learn from people who are successful businessmen or businesswomen. They can give us tips and tools, but we must be teachable and humble enough to sit at their feet and listen. I'm not saying to you that you should take everybody's advice. What I am saying to you, though, is that you should be open to listening and respecting other people as a part of building your community. After I got up off my bathroom floor after making the decision not to take my life, I will tell you, I journeyed a year in isolation. I had a mentor, and this mentor helped me to become the person that I am today. And when one of the very first things this mentor did was ask me to release all of the friends that I had at that particular point in time. And it was a hard choice and a hard decision because we don't want to journey alone. We really don't want to journey alone. But sometimes journeying alone is important so that we can inspect our thoughts, inspect our beliefs, question why we do the things that we do, question why we believe what we believe, and learn what we truly like. During our time of isolation, it's a time of rebuilding. It's a time of understanding what our values are. It's a time of building a firm foundation inside of us so that the voids and the weakness and the things that we desire that are sitting in our chest driving us are no longer in the driver's seat, and we become the drivers of our lives. And so my mentor had me journey a year in isolation to really learn who I was. And what I recognized was that I had become a chameleon. I gave the environment what it needed of me. And now I've learned to give the environment who I am and shift the atmosphere. I'm no longer looking to fit in. I'm no longer looking for belonging or acceptance. I am standing in my full authority and my full authenticity. And that's what I'm calling you to do. But you can only do that when you go inside of you and inspect yourself. And so after that year in isolation, I joined organizations that helped me become the best me. Organizations like the Toastmasters program, where I learned proper speaking skills, where I learned leadership skills, where I learned evaluation skills, all important skills that translate to my or that translated to my career at that time. I learned how to give performance evaluations. I learned how to accept constructive criticism. And so being involved in organizations that help us to grow are a great way of being in alignment with people who are like-minded. We want to be around people who are doing the same thing because Proverbs 13 and 26 encourages us to walk with the wise and become wise. For a companion of fools suffers harm. So the next thing that I want to encourage you to do is to recognize that as you grow, as you become a better person, you will shed friendships. You will shed people who aren't as evolved as you, people who may not want to grow as much as you want to grow. And you have to be okay with that. We have to recognize that not everyone comes for a lifetime. People come in our lives for seasons. Right? People come in our lives when we'll be going through a difficult time and they have been sent to give us encouragement. And when our difficult season is over, they fizzle out. It's not that we don't value the relationship, but their reason is gone. Some people come in our lives to be lifetime partners, to help us evolve, to help anchor us to our dreams and our goals, to hold us accountable, to remind us of what we're supposed to be doing. And so we have to understand that there are seasonal friendships, there are seasonal relationships, there are seasonal collaborations. And when we try to hold on to something that is seasonal, we're doing a disservice and a harm. So I want to encourage you to be okay understanding that people will come in our lives for seasons. And when it's time to release them, we need to let them go. As you continue to develop and connect with other people, you'll align yourself with people who stay growing. Those are your people, people who are constantly evolving. People are learning new things. You want to be in a community of people who are forward thinking, who look at obstacles as challenges and opportunities, people who look at challenges in a positive way and see the silver lining because that's going to rub off on you. You want to be in a community where you think, I wonder what DeQuesta is going to say. You already know the answer. And the answer is she's going to say, go get it. She's going to say, how can I help you? She's going to ask you the questions about how you can pull the answer out of you to do the thing that you want to do. That's when you know you are aligned with a lifetime person, because this person is actually helping you to step fully into your big goals, and they're not talking you down from the goal that you want to achieve. I remember many years ago, I had a best friend, and she and I had been best friends for years. Um, and as I started to grow and evolve and step into corporate leadership and be a coach and all of these things, and I started to grow and grow and grow, and she was stagnant, one of the very questions she asked me during one of our conversations was, who do you think you are? And that was when I recognized that that season for that 20-year friendship was actually over. Because when someone is aligned with you and you are chasing the big goal that God has given to you, when that vision drives you and it's massive, and you have inner circle friends, their responsibility is to be your cheerleader. Their responsibility is to hold you accountable. Their responsibility is to not let you be lazy in your gifting. But their responsibility isn't to question who you believe you are because you've been chosen by God. So that friendship fell away. And I felt sad for a very long period of time, because after you've been friends with someone for 20 years, you've done so much together, and you lose that friendship, is like losing a part of you. But the wonderful thing is, I was already in community with people who were forward thinking, who were moving, who saw the gifts inside of me and weren't threatened by them, and actually were encouraging me to do more than I was actually doing. People who saw my gifts even when I didn't see them. People who were pushing me to do things and saying, why aren't you doing it? And absolutely people who are not trying to get rich off of me. You understand what I'm saying? And so we have to really recognize that when we grow, when we develop, things will fall away, and that's okay. Be okay with that. When you reflect on your goals for 2023, who did you write down and say, as I try to achieve these goals, I can reach out to this particular person or these persons to help me in the accomplishment of my dreams and goals? I have a friend that lives in New York. Her name is Stephanie. And every time I have an event or a function, Stephanie calls me up and she's saying, Man, Deguessa, man, tell me, man, how you get these people to show up for you all the time? Like your inner circle shows up for you at every event. Because if you go back to all of my events, Gandhi is there, Paulette is there, Janelle is there. You have the inner circle members. Apart from those three, they show up and they're in it. You believe that this is their mission, they are on. Because my inner circle members are not just my inner circle members, I am their inner circle member. And so they show up hard for me, I show up hard for them. That's what mutually beneficial relationships are about. That's what community is about. It is action. It is putting into action support, putting into action encouragement, putting into action cheerleading, putting into action chastisement. And we have to be open to being corrected by the people in our inner circle. So I want you to think back on your 2023 goals, and I want you to consider, who did you say I am going to ask to tarry with me? Who did you say I am going to align myself with to help me? Who did you say I am going to connect with this community to support me? Because if you aren't doing that, then you're not going to be able to accomplish your goals. It requires community support. And so, as you consider building community, I have a challenge for you as I close. My challenge for you is to reach out to someone that you may have fallen out of touch with, who you believe you should be aligned with, and see if that relationship can be healed. Or I invite you to connect with someone new. Find someone on LinkedIn that has the values and the information and resources that you believe someone in your inner circle should have. Reach out to that person, send them a message, connect with them, or message someone that you want to mentor you for a coffee chat, someone to spend a few minutes with you, or even ask one of your friends to introduce you to someone that you admire. Or you could even decide to join a private community of people where the relationship is mutually beneficial. but we require community in order to achieve our dreams and our goals. As I close this gorgeous goals masterclass, the third segment of it, if you've missed segment one or segment two, please go back and catch the replay. In segment one, we spoke about visibility. In segment two, we spoke about aligned authority. And today we spoke about building community. Tomorrow, in the final segment of this masterclass series, we're going to be talking about how you can use insights. This is the power of reflection. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow as we close this series out. And please remember that these videos will only be up and active until October 30th. At the end of the month, these videos will be deleted. Now, if you have been listening to any of these series and you're saying to yourself, I need help, I want to develop goals that inspire me. Or you may even be saying, I have these goals that inspire me, but I need help in executing these goals. I invite you to join me in the Goal Getters Club. Okay, in the Goal Getters Club, there are two communities. One is a general session where we'll spend 3 hours together crafting that big goal. Because if you're just doing New Year's resolutions year after year after year, and they're not anchored to a 5-year, 10-year, 25-year plan, you're wasting your time. And I'm going to tell you that very openly. Because our goals need to be anchored so that every year, straight up to the year 70, because that's what we've been promised, those goals tie into that. And if you need help with plotting those goals, if you need help with setting big, gorgeous goals, creating your plan on how to achieve that, identifying any of the obstacles that you can come up against as you execute your goals, and how you can have a plan for that. If you want to learn how to be inner motivated, like tap into your own motivation and stay focused on your dreams. If you want to understand how to tailor your dreams to your unique strengths and aspiration and leverage mentorship so that you expand your network, I invite you to step into the Goal Getters Club. I also want to tell you that the Goal Getters Club is not for people who are if you are playing, if you're just getting information and not doing anything with the information. I don't want to take your money because I don't want to waste your time. This opportunity is for the person who is serious about building their dream, building their business, getting a promotion, building their brand, seeking more out of life. If that person is you, I encourage you to join me in the Goal Getters Club. I'm going to put some information in the comments, and I want you to know that there's no pressure to join this experience. My responsibility is to give you the information. What you do with the information after that is totally up to you. I am only responsible for giving you the opportunity to step into something that could help you truly change the trajectory of your life. After that, it's all on you. So I'm going to post the links here. If you are interested in joining me in any of these sessions, grab your spot. You're going to journey with me if you grab the VIP experience for 6 months, where you'll have an accountability partner and you'll have me as a part of your inner circle. Or if you join the general session, then you'll have access to group coaching for 3 hours as we build your dreams and your goals. I look forward to helping you achieve your goals in 2024 and beyond. So jump in the session, guys, and let's make the magic happen. Thank you so much for spending the last 29 minutes with me. Thank you for the comments. I saw these comments in the chat. Erica says she got a story. I see Ashley Clark is saying that's good. Erica is saying, say, what now? I'm not greedy, man. I see Erica saying, my baby daddy really made me think something was wrong with me. I really had to question myself. Well, if you question yourself and got the answer that you needed, Erica, that is great. Shivonia is saying that the inner circle is so important. She said they just lie. I see Erica is saying accountability in the Bahamas. So sometimes you have to step outside of the Bahamas, to get what you need. And that's the beauty of living in a limitless world. Erica is saying, cousin, you reach yet? All right, I'll see you in Eleuthera. And so, guys, thank you so much. I saw Shivonia make a comment earlier, too, about the fact that bad company corrupts good character. She reinforced something that I said. So once again, thank you. And if this live was of value to you, please share it, share it, share it, so that we can help other people have access to this information as well. Thank you. God bless you. And see you tomorrow as we wrap up our Gorgeous Goals series. Take care, guys. Bye bye.